Welcome to Phil-Mont Christian Academy to boys varsity soccer. We have the Phil-Mont Falcons in blue versus the Calvary Warriors in white. Boys varsity soccer. And we are underway here at Phil-Mont. Phil-Mont in blue, Calvary pushing hard through. Through to the Phil-Mont keeper and save from David Ollinger puts the ball up. Ryan Tyson battling for the ball, taken away by Calvary. Goes back to Phil-Mont. Jake Haviland sends the ball forward, but Calvary gets their foot on it. Out of bounds on the far side, Phil-Mont throw in. Ball into the area. Phil-Mont pursuing, puts it back in, but not very far into the middle. Calvary clears it. David Ollinger stops the ball, puts it back into the center. Calvary with the ball at center, puts it over the touchline. Throw in for Phil-Mont. Calvary puts the ball through, goes to the keeper, Jack Swider. Jack throws it up. Eddie Pais with the ball. Back to Jack Swider, up to Pete Haviland. Calvary takes possession over the left wing. Pete again turns, but back to Calvary. And Calvary dribbling through into the area, puts a left-footed shot into the net. Calvary 1, Phil-Mont 0. Pete Haviland dribbling up through the center, continuing to keep possession, but loses it to Calvary. Dwayne Cuff goes over to the left side. Calvary gets possession again. Calvary puts it forward through to the right wing. David Ollinger intercepts. David dribbling. Shepherded out of bounds over the end line by David Ollinger. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. Have a free kick for Calvary. I think perhaps a call for a handball disputed by the person called against, but nevertheless Calvary has a free kick from the 20-yard line. Ball goes off of a Phil-Mont defender out of bounds for a corner kick. Eddie Pais on the right side puts the ball into the center, just wide. Long goal kick. David Ollinger clears it out of bounds, out of danger, over the touchline. Calvary throw in. Eddie Pais goes over to the far side. Calvary gets possession. Puts it into the middle. David Ollinger back out. Jack Swider gets the save. Doesn't give up any rebound. Punt coming out. UNC with the ball, 35-yard line, looking for Jeremy Francois. Connects with Jeremy into Ewan. Ewan into the center. Ryan Tyson there goes off the side of his foot, out of bounds over the goal line. And to Jack Swider, keeper for Phil-Mont. Jack sends a punt over the center line. Brought down nicely by Phil-Mont, but doesn't connect to player, but rebounds through over the touchline, throw in for Phil-Mont. Back to Eddie Pais. Eddie into Ewan, back to Eddie. Jeremy Francois over to the side and in the net. Jake Haviland with a head ball into the net. Jeremy Francois with a cross and Jake Haviland heading into the opposite corner. Nicely done. Phil-Mont 1, Calvary 1. Ryan Tyson gets a rebound, or Ewan Chi hustles again for the ball. Have a kick into the area. Pete Haviland with the ball, head out of the ball. Jeremy Francois pursuing, gets control of the ball. Jeremy brings it down, sends it through to the forward. Ewan Chi over to the left wing. Hodge over there. Continuing, rebounds off of Calvary. Keeper gets possession. Calvary cutting into the middle, dribbling through, taken away by David Ollinger. Jeremy Francois with the ball, back to Eddie Pais, wing. Hodge dribbles around one player, puts it into space, but goes to Calvary. Calvary puts it out of bounds. Hard shot from Calvary, saved by Jack Swider, parried it down and recovered the rebound. Right wing for Calvary, dribbled over the touch end line. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. Ball through to Jack Swider. Push in the back against Calvary. Phil-Mont kick just over the halfway line. Eddie Pais with the ball. Eddie puts it up into the area. Goes to the keeper, Calvary, and coming back out as a punt. David Ollinger and Andre Suggs combined to get the ball forward. Hodge battling on the far side. Ryan Tyson with the ball. Centers it in, but goes to the keeper. Substitutions. Elijah Cedeno coming in for Eddie Pais. Phil-Mont moving it up into the penalty area, but not a strong shot. Elijah Cedeno gets it forward a little bit. Back to Calvary. Calvary puts it in the middle, dribbling hard. Pete Havland is hard dribble into the middle, still with the ball. Phil-Mont clears it. Jeremy Francois up to center field. Jake Havland with a head. Jake puts it down low, back over to Jacob Johnson. Jake gets stripped by Calvary. Calvary throw in on the far side of the field. Left wing puts it in. David Ollinger clears it over the touchline. Throw in for Calvary. Point blank shot by Calvary from about 8 yards out, but Jack Swider makes the save. Elijah Cedeno forward to Ewan Chi. Ewan with the ball again, outside to Jeremy Francois. Jeremy taps it forward, fullback for Calvary, puts it over the touchline. Throw in for Phil-Mont. Here with the boys varsity soccer, Calvary Phil-Mont Falcons in blue versus the Calvary Warriors in white. Jeremy Francois battling on the right side. Out for a throw in again for Phil-Mont. Jeremy puts it through, headed out of bounds by Calvary. Throwing into Jake Haviland. Marco Cedeno puts it forward, but to a Calvary player. Marco Cedeno again just taps it forward into Calvary's possession. Calvary puts it through, but Jack Swider out to the top of his penalty area, takes control of the ball. High punt, not very far, but Jake Haviland brings it down over to his brother Pete. Pete struggles but gets control, continues to dribble through, dribbling Pete over to Ewan Chi. Ewan over to Pete Haviland. Ball knocked out of bounds over to the side by Calvary. Calvary puts it forward. David Ollinger clears the ball out, goes back to Calvary. Calvary puts the ball deep into the right wing. David Ollinger shepherds it over the end line for a goal kick. Here with boys varsity soccer, Phil-Mont Falcons 1, Calvary Warriors 1. Calvary putting it through on the left side. Shot in, Jack Swider makes the save. Ball tapped out of bounds by Calvary, throwing for Phil-Mont on the far side of the field. Phil-Mont throws it into the penalty area. Jeremy Francois battling, knocked out of bounds by Calvary defense for corner kick. Jeremy Francois on the far side of the field puts the ball into the side of the net. Goal kick for Calvary. Calvary sends goal kick to midfield. Jake push in the back. Jeremy Francois well in position. Yeah, Phil-Mont will have a free kick. Hard ball through by David Ollinger. Curves left to the net, but the goalie gets possession. Jeremy Francois turns with the ball. Marco Cedeno over to Jake Haviland. Elijah Cedeno up on the right side to Jeremy Francois. Doesn't quite connect. Calvary comes back the other way. Into the middle, David Ollinger gets control. Jacob Johnson on the far side, tapped out of bounds by Calvary. Throw in for Phil-Mont. Ball settled by Ryan Tyson. Low shot, but wide to the left. Waited nicely for the ball to come down. Just slightly off target. Calvary bringing up the ball through the midfield, through to the left wing. Marco Cedeno to Elijah Cedeno, gets taken away by Calvary. Calvary dribbling forward. Jake Haviland gets in the way of a shot. Calvary dribbling over to the right side, pass to the right wing. Right wing puts it inside, or crosses in, but wide right of the net. A goal kick for Phil-Mont. David Ollinger out to midfield. Jake Haviland turns. Doesn't get all of it, but Jacob Johnson comes back to help out. Tapped out of bounds. Calvary throw in at midfield. Calvary puts it through on the wing. Andre Suggs taps it out of bounds. Calvary throw in. Throw in for Calvary on the near side of the field. We have substitutions in progress, so the throw was delayed. Jack Swider calls for the ball and collects it for Phil-Mont. David Ollinger steps up nicely. Yuan Chi with the ball on the far side. Or, excuse me, Jeremy Francois with the ball on the far side. No, Ryan Tyson. Ryan Tyson it is. Throw in for Jake Haviland. Jake throws it into Jacob Johnson. Ball goes over the end line for a 6-yarder. Yuan Chi dribbling across the middle, but stepped on the ball. Jacob Johnson gets possession. Ryan Tyson with a touch outside. A little too far. Throw in for Calvary. Yuan Chi brings it down, but goes to Calvary. In and out. Back out to the right wing. Right wing dribbling down. Crosses into the center. Shot for Phil-Mont, or for Calvary, goes off of a Phil-Mont defender. The goalkeeper was wrong-footed, but the shot went out of bounds. Apparently it did not touch a Phil-Mont defender. It's a 6-yard kick. Hard shot by Calvary. Jack Swider in good position, brings it under control. Ball down the right side for Yuan Chi. Tapped out of bounds by Calvary. We have a throw in for Phil-Mont. Out of bounds. Calvary throw-in. Jack Swider calls for the ball, gets control. Substitution from Calvary. Cross from the far side, went all the way over the far side, over the touchline, throw in for Phil-Mont. Jack Swider out to the top of the area, calls for it and takes control. Eddie Pais flicks it on to Yuan Chi. Yuan going. You have a push in the back. Phil-Mont has a free kick from 25 yards out. Ref setting the wall. Eddie Pais back to take the kick. Eddie curling the ball nicely up, but the goalkeeper up well, made a good save. Calvary throwing on the far side of the field. Andre Suggs with a head to get the ball forward. Calvary puts it high in the air, but Jack Swider comes out strong. Collects the ball from the top of the penalty area. Jeremy out to Yuan Chi, back into Eddie Pais. Eddie takes a tumble and gets a call. Eddie Pais takes the kick, puts it into the area. Calvary gets ahead on the ball, brings it back out. Pete Haviland puts it back to Andre Suggs. Calvary with the ball, forward on the right wing over the touchline. Andre Suggs over for throw-in. Andre Suggs knocks the ball down over the touchline. Throw in for Calvary. Ball through from the right side. Jack Swider gets control. Eddie Pais, Jake Haviland. Calvary brings it down, takes a shot from outside. Wide to the left. And we have halftime here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. Boys Varsity Soccer. We have the Phil-Mont Falcons in blue versus the Calvary Warriors in white. Boys varsity soccer. The score is 1-1 at the halftime. We are halftime here at the boys varsity soccer game, Phil-Mont versus Calvary, 1-1 at the halftime. And we will continue to take a break. About 7 minutes left until the resumption of the second half. We are here back ready to resume the soccer game in the second half at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. This is live streamed from the Falcons' home on Hillcrest Avenue. We have Phil-Mont Falcons boys varsity soccer, Phil-Mont Falcons in blue, and the Calvary Warriors in white. The score stands 1-1. And we are ready to begin the second half here at Phil-Mont. Calvary has possession. Calvary brings the ball up. Jeremy Francois gets a foot on it. Calvary gets control again. Ewan Chi battling for the ball now. Ewan spins with the ball. Dribble inside. Calvary gets a touch on it to the outside. Ewan Chi battling again for the ball. We have a white throw in on the far side of the field. Eddie Pais back to Jake Haviland into Jeremy Francois. Calvary gets control, but taken away by Haviland. Haviland into Eddie Pais. Eddie Pais dribbling through, puts the ball through, but too far for Ryan Tyson, goes to the keeper. Calvary right wing with possession, puts it through for the center. Dribbles inside. Dwayne Cuff comes over but miskicks, but David Ollinger comes over to help out. David Ollinger pushed off the ball. Battling back and forth. Jake Haviland, ball up over the touchline. Throw in for Calvary. Andre Suggs, the ball shanks off the side foot. Calvary with the throw in, back inside. Back out to the right. Back into the center. Jack Swider calls for the ball. Ball off of Calvary. Phil-Mont throw in. Pete Haviland dribbling into the center. Gets chopped down in the center. Got a free kick for Phil-Mont. David Ollinger steps up for the kick. Calvary puts the ball out. David over to Jeremy Francois. Jeremy over to the right side, but nobody there. Ball shepherded out of bounds by Calvary for throw-in. Pete Haviland dribbles through and steps forward. Shot well up over the net. Jacob goes up high for a head ball, but out of bounds over the touchline. Calvary brings it back inside. Yuan Chi over to Jeremy Francois, but it's deflected on the way. Calvary puts the ball through the middle. Ball cleared out of bounds cleared out of trouble by Andre Suggs. Dwayne Cuff goes over to help out and taps the ball out of bounds. Calvary throws in David Ollinger. Jake Haviland with the ball out of bounds over the touchline. Jack Swider making it clear what's necessary for his defense. Calvary with control over on the left side. Puts the ball through into the center. David Ollinger sends the ball. Ball in the right wing for Calvary. Centered, head ball wide to the left. David Ollinger steps back for the goal kick. Into Pete Haviland. Pete controls nicely outside to Jeremy Francois. Battling for the ball with Calvary, steps forward, gets control. Eddie Pais with the ball. David Ollinger steps forward. Dwayne Cuff with the ball. Jake Haviland with good control, keeps the ball out of trouble into the right wing. Ryan Tyson taps it. Ball touched by Phil-Mont, goes over the end line. Corner kick for Calvary. Jacob Haviland dribbling the ball forward at Eddie Pais, but the ball goes to Calvary. Dwayne Cuff with the ball forward. Calvary with control in the middle, but David Ollinger gets it out of trouble over the touchline. Throw in for Calvary. Pushed by Phil-Mont. Calvary has a free throw right outside the penalty area. Dangerous opportunity for them. Two men in the wall. Number 7 goes back for a kick. Puts it on net nicely. Jack Swider, sure-handed save. No rebounds given. Pete Haviland on the far side. Pete dribbles around one defender, but he gets through a second defender. Pete with the ball still, gets tapped out of bounds by Calvary. Calvary gets possession, dribbles up the right side. Pete challenging. Ball out of bounds off of Calvary. Phil-Mont throw-in. Eddie Pais turns with the ball. Eddie sends the ball into Jacob Johnson. Jacob takes a shot. Saved by a keeper from Calvary. Dwayne Cuff. Dwayne Cuff puts the ball forward for Phil-Mont. Keeper comes out to the top of the area, gets control. Calvary puts the ball forward. Andre Suggs. Ball out to the ball over to Jake Haviland. Jake through, doesn't quite connect. Calvary dribbling up, puts the ball through. Guarded by David Ollinger. Ball back to Calvary. High in the air. David Ollinger with the head ball. Jake Haviland makes sure it doesn't get in trouble, sends it out over the touchline. Calvary with the throw-in, halfbacks over the left side. Dribble around Phil-Mont player. Nice low shot from Calvary. Jack Swider gets down and makes the save. David Ollinger setting back for the free kick. Puts the ball high into the center. Yuan Chi coming in hard. Ball bounces to the keeper. Calvary brings the ball to the left side, through to the center. And off the post. Nice dribble through. And off the post. Have a corner kick for Calvary. Calvary with the ball on the far side. Over the end line, goal kick for Phil-Mont. Pete Haviland battling for the ball with Calvary. Calvary comes with possession. Jake Haviland comes over, sends the ball forward to Ewan Chi. Ewan puts it inside, but Calvary gets possession. Dwayne Cuff up nicely with a head ball. Calvary with the ball over the touchline. Phil-Mont throw in. Jake Haviland with the ball over to the far side for Jacob Johnson. Runs out of over the touchline. Calvary throw in. Trip on Phil-Mont. Calvary has a free kick just inside the halfway line. Ball up into the center of the area. David Ollinger with a head ball coming out. Calvary sends it in low. Calvary with possession on the outside. Goes short side. Jack Swider comes up with the save. Ball comes back onto the fullback line of Calvary. He's tapped out of bounds over the touchline. David Ollinger steps up from the rear, puts the ball through right to the keeper. David heads the ball back. Left wing brings the ball back down for Calvary. John Shirley in pursuit. Ball over the touchline for Phil-Mont. Calvary throwing. Eddie Pais with the ball over to Jake Haviland. Jake dribbling up into space. Jake puts it up the left side. Ball over the touchline by Calvary. Throw in for Phil-Mont. Jacob Johnson taken away by Calvary. Calvary brings it up, tripped. Yeah. Thanks. Free kick for Calvary, 30 yards out. Ball over the net. On target but high. Phil-Mont throwing on the far side. Phil-Mont up UNC in pursuit, but ball goes over the touchline. Calvary with throw-in coming back. Calvary with the ball. Intercepted by Andre Suggs. Andre out to Jacob Johnson. David Ollinger over. Intercept the ball. Eddie Pais with the ball. Off of Calvary, back to the fullbacks. Michael Rainwater on the far side. Ball over the touchline. Calvary throw into the left wing. Continues to have possession. Ball over the end line by Phil-Mont defense. Corner kick for Calvary. Ball inside, cleared out by Pete Haviland. Over the touchline, throw in for Calvary. Calvary pushing it down the left side. Out of bounds, Phil-Mont. Calvary throwing again into the left wing. Turns, but over the end line. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. Jacob Haviland puts the ball forward. Ryan Tyson checking into the game for Jeremy Francois. David Ollinger with the throw-in. Eddie back to David. Back to Eddie Pais. Eddie inside to Marco Cedeno. Over to Pete Haviland. Pete takes a shot, but wide to the left. Goal kick for Calvary, ball out. Pete Haviland puts it back in. Defender, it's off of his leg, not cleanly. Ryan Tyson over to Jacob Johnson. Calvary puts it over the touchline, throw in for Phil-Mont. Into Eddie Pais. Eddie with the ball, dribbling around. Gets taken away by Calvary. Andre Suggs gets his foot on and sends it forward. David Ollinger with the head ball into space, but nobody. Oh, Jacob Johnson comes over to challenge. Ball through from Calvary. Forward turns, puts the ball on the ground, and it's in the net. Number 7 with another score for Calvary. Nice turn, left-footed shot to the side of the keeper. Calvary 2, Phil-Mont 1. Phil-Mont puts the ball back into play. Eddie Pais. Eddie dribbles the ball forward. Calvary gets possession. Ryan Tyson turns with the ball. Calvary puts it forward to the center line. Dribbling forward. Dribbles through, but shoulder off the ball, and Jack Swider gets control for Phil-Mont. David Ollinger brings the ball off his chest, brings the ball down nicely. Over to Eddie Pais. Eddie pulls the ball back. Puts the ball through, but not to a Phil-Mont player. Calvary over to the left wing. Calvary puts the ball back to the halfback, but shot is well up over the net. Jack Swider back for the kick. Jacob Johnson stepping forward. Andre Suggs sends the ball forward, but no blue player there. Calvary puts the ball in. Eddie Pais with control in the center. Calvary puts the ball over to the left side. Over the touchline for a throw-in for Phil-Mont. Calvary steps forward, wins possession. Takes a shot. Yuan Chi gets a foot in there, blocks it. Out of bounds over the end line. Corner kick for Calvary. Calvary sets up for the corner kick. Boys varsity soccer here at Phil-Mont. Calvary 2, Phil-Mont 1. Ball goes into the area. Micah Rainwater gets foot on it, but Calvary does get possession. Micah comes back, gets possession. Up to David Ollinger. David sends it outside to Jeremy Francois. Jeremy with the ball still. Back to Jake Haviland. Jake puts it up the wing to Jacob Johnson. Jacob into Micah Rainwater. Over towards Ryan Tyson, but doesn't quite get there. Ball bouncing around on the far side over the end line for a 6-yarder. David Ollinger up for a head ball. Calvary puts it inside Micah Rainwater. Over to Eddie Pais. Eddie gets control in the middle, dribbles forward. Eddie Pais with the ball over to Jake Haviland. Jake back to Eddie Pais. Andre Suggs steps forward. Calvary gets possession. Calvary puts the ball over touchline. Right. Jake Haviland comes over for throw-in. David Ollinger. David puts the ball forward on the left side. Calvary brings it but down under control. Jeremy Francois steps forward with the ball. Jeremy over to Pete Haviland on the right side. Pete with the ball. Calvary player comes back to help. Takes possession. David Ollinger with the ball. Sends it into Eddie Pais. Eddie takes a shot on net. Keeper makes a last-minute save to the right. And keeps the ball out of trouble for Calvary. Calvary continues to battle in center, takes possession, dribbles forward, dribbles to the right side. Guarded by Andre Suggs. Andre takes the ball away. Ball off of Andre over the end line for a corner kick for Calvary. Ball comes into the center, headed down but not on target. Jake Haviland curls the ball up the side, out of bounds. Calvary throw-in. Ball back to the fullback. Back to the right side, into the center. Eddie Pais gets a foot on it. David Ollinger sends the ball down, sends the ball forward to the fullback line. Calvary pushes the ball through the center, pulls it back. Eddie Pais comes over, stops, sets, resets. Eddie over to Pete Haviland. Pete puts the ball into the center, continues to follow his own play. Jacob Johnson over to Pete Haviland. Pete with the ball on the right side, but over the end line. Calvary with the throw, with the goal kick. UNC steps forward with the head. David Ollinger puts the ball forward. Calvary gets possession again, forward to the left wing. Left wing turns, puts the ball through to the right side. And a little off balance, shot goes wide to the right. Goal kick for Phil-Mont. We have Phil-Mont 1, Calvary 2. Looked like Jack Swider twinged his knee a little, his leg a little bit, but continues to play. Jacob Johnson heads the ball over, gets it through, blocked, back to the keeper for Calvary. Andre Suggs brings the ball down. UNC battling for the ball in the center. A flick on by Calvary, doesn't get cleared by the defense. Dwayne Cuff comes through the middle, clears it out for Phil-Mont. Calvary throwing on the far side of the field into the left wing. Pete Haviland steps forward to Dwayne Cuff. Dwayne upfield, doesn't get to a Phil-Mont player. David Ollinger with the ball. Sends it forward to Jeremy. Jeremy loses it to Andre Suggs, sends the ball forward to the center line. Off of Calvary over the center, over the touch line on the far side. Phil-Mont throwing into Eddie Pais. Off of him, Calvary gets possession. Ball goes up high. Calvary brings it down, but Andre gets a touch on it first. David Ollinger with the ball over to to Pete Haviland. Pete forward to the fullback line of Calvary. Calvary brings it down. Back up to the left wing. Ball off of Calvary. Phil-Mont throwing on the far side. Calvary puts the ball back over touchline. UNC puts the ball inside. David Ollinger with the ball. Calvary intercepts, puts the ball over the touchline. Phil-Mont throwing again on the far side of the field. David Ollinger puts the ball through to Pete. Pete puts it into the middle, but nobody there. Dwayne Cuff into David Ollinger. Dwayne Cuff again. Dribble in. Nice save by Jack Swider at the end. And Calvary pulls out a 2-1 victory over Phil-Mont. Calvary 2, Phil-Mont 1 for boys varsity soccer here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. Thank you for joining us for the live sports here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. This has been boys varsity soccer at Phil-Mont versus Calvary. We encourage you to subscribe to Super Phil-Mont, all one word, and get notified of any live stream events that are upcoming.